First off, just want to congratulate Wisconsin and Mark Johnson on a great game and a great season for them, and one of the most exciting games been a part of in a while, and could have gone either way there for a while. So really proud of my group. They stepped up today and played a great game, all 60 minutes, and I was just proud of them and excited about the outcome.
Yesterday about power plays potentially being a big thing. I know they got one that you got too, and that seemed like a pretty good separator between the teams today.
Yeah, I mean, special teams is usually a big part of most games, and we knew it could be a factor today. And their penalty kill, I think, gave up 4 goals all year. But our power play's been really good, and it was really good today. And ultimately that was probably the difference. Their power play goal was a nice one, but there was just a breakdown on our part that resulted in the goal. But it was good to see the power play clicking.
Your team isn't used to giving up this many shots. I think Wisconsin had 41, but Frankel made some brilliant saves both in the second and the third period. Can you just speak a little bit about her play today?
Yeah, I mean, their high power offense, their run and gun, we knew that they were going to put a lot of pucks to the net, but I mean, they were taking a lot of shots from the outside, and I think they knew, like, if you're going to score on Frankel, you got to put a lot of shots on net. And I thought we did a good job of our main focus was to keep them to the outside, let her see the shots, and if she's seeing shots from the perimeter, she'll stop them all day long. That first goal, we let them get inside. We didn't pick up sticks, and that's, I told them after that goal, that's what happens. So, and I think we were better down the stretch with that, and I loved how we were blocking shots and just playing really gritty.
The fact that it was Wisconsin and the memories of last year, is this a constructive thing to have taken on and when, or does it matter at all? Thinking back to last year.
I think, they think a little bit about last year, but, we always approach everything one game at a time. And last year's last year, and their roster's a little different. And, you gotta win games at this time of year, and it doesn't really matter who our opponent is. So I don't think we're too hung up on what happened last year and who our opponent was.
And then your celebration was probably subdued compared to what a lot of teams would be going to a Frozen Four. Are you happy with sort of the balance of your team, knowing you've accomplished something, but there's still so much more to do?
Yeah, and we just talked about that in the locker room. I said, hey, it's a tough road ahead, but they need to have the confidence, and they need to realize, like, hey, we can beat anybody on any given night. When we play our best, we can beat anybody. And, so that's the mentality we have to have, and we have to have that confidence going into next weekend.
Seems like you did a pretty good job in the first two periods, especially of slowing them down for the neutral zone. How important or how key was that in what you were trying to do to not build up speed and get under the line and maybe get some opportunity?
Yeah, that was one thing we talked about a lot in our pre-scout is their run and gun. They fly the zone, they stretch you out. They try to create odd man rushes. They're so fast in transition. So we needed to do a really good job in the neutral zone. We had to take care of the puck. We also had to stay up and not give up the zone too easily. And I thought, for the most part, we did a really good job with that. I think they got a little frustrated at some points because they couldn't do what they normally do.
Noel and Irvin were in the middle of those first 2 goals. What do you see from that second line tonight, and how big is it to get those 2 and that second line out?
Yeah, they were great. Noel and Irving are similar players in that they're power forwards. They're big, strong, fast. They're unbelievable on the forecheck. And then when they go to the front of the net, they're tough to defend. And so we made that change where we slid Irving up on that second line right wing because we were going to match lines, and her speed we needed up there. And I thought she did a really good job. But Katie Knoll stepped up too with, that big goal at the beginning, and then at the end of the second they got that goal to go ahead. So And Maddie Mills was great on that line. I mean, she's just a pest all night, and you know, her speed really helps that line out.
Can you talk about kind of what it meant to be able to host the regionals at Matthews Arena and kind of how it felt being able to face Wisconsin on home ice and what it meant for the players who this is their last game at Matthews Arena?
Yeah, I mean it's special when you can host, and you know, credit to the university. I think they did a really good job in putting this together, and you know, this is a pretty unbelievable arena, and the fact that we can share it with some other teams and host is important. And then the importance of having home ice, right? So that makes a difference. You know, the fans were awesome today. They're into it. That gives our team energy. That gives them a boost, and you know, it was great to see.
How important was it to get a crack at a WCHA team on home ice to set the table for the rest of the tournament with how dominant that conference has been in this tournament historically?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I look at it this way. We don't get a lot of respect, and you know, I think we earned some today. You know, people don't realize how good our league is. And yeah, our league had an off year this year, but at the end of the day, we had 5 teams from our conference that were in the top 10 this year at one point or another. And you know, it's, you know, people think it's all WCHA, and there's a lot of other good teams out there too. So you know, we showed it today, and I was just really proud of the team.
Tessa Ward got a lot of good time at the end, especially, but throughout the game, she was grinding out the forecheck. Can you speak to how her efforts aided the win today?
Yeah, she was awesome on the forecheck in the D zone, blocking shots. You know, we put her out at the end there because she's good defensively. She's big, strong, fast, and she, you know, she does the little things right, and it was a big difference.
Aerin, there was a lot made to do about the last time you were at this table. You were able to shut that player down. How did it feel to handle that today?
Yeah, I think the first thing I want to say on that is to follow up kind of the crap storm that came yesterday. There's nothing but respect between Daryl and I. I think it got spun a little bit, which it is what it is, but she was extremely respectful to me today after the game, and I respect her. She's a great player. And there's no bad blood between these two teams. It's a competitive hockey rival, and it's nothing more than that. And I'm sure she would say the same.
Obviously, you guys played so many games in this building. What did it mean to have your final game here today and close it off here to win and the big crowd here today?
It was incredible. I think we're all kind of on cloud 9 right now. Bittersweet, obviously, when it sinks in that this was my last time playing at Matthews, but I don't think you can ask for a better finish than that. And they sent us off on the right note.
Can you talk about what it was like to face, you know, the rematch of the title game in the quarterfinals?
I think it definitely gave us some inspiration to play our best 60 minutes of the year. You know, we had a game plan going into the first period, and we stuck through it the whole game. I don't think there was a moment when we really swayed off, so I think that's what helped our success today.
They can get speed going into the zone. They play well. It seemed like you guys, certainly the first period were able to negate that. How important was that neutral zone play and standing up at the blue line and not preventing that those easy access?
Yeah, you know, we went over that in video, and that's a big part of their game is the stretch passes. And I guess myself as a defenseman, I took a lot of pride in trying to prevent those. So did the rest of my D-corps there, and stopping them before they get any speed, not letting them enter the zone very easily was a really, really big part of our game plan, and we succeeded at it.
That last 2 minutes when they were getting ready to pull the goalie, you guys were out there, you were calm, collected, and were constantly preventing them from entering the zone. What was going through your mind at that point with the game so close to being at the end?
Yeah, you know, we were calm the last 2 minutes. We knew they could definitely get some offense going if we let them, but we've been practicing, you know, that situation at practice the last couple weeks, and you could definitely tell that. I think a lot of our confidence comes from knowing we have Aerin in net and knowing that she's going to be behind us if a puck does end up behind us. So that gives us a lot of confidence.
Yeah, just going off that, it's ironic. I feel like you would think it'd be so hard on the goalie to play 6-on-5, but a lot of times they don't even let up a shot. They're all blocking it, putting their bodies on the line. So I'm grateful to them for that.
Of course, this team has been in Frozen Four last year, and there's so many returning players, but you've got the young kids like Skylar Irving and Torrin Mariano. What's the message in the locker room for them and also for the entire team going back to a Frozen Four?
I think both of them did not play like freshmen today whatsoever. They both played like they had been in this big game before, and I'm sure there were so many nerves before the game. So credit to them for that. They strung together an amazing game for us, and we rely on them pretty heavily for freshmen. So I'm really proud of them today.
They put a lot of shots in your net today, a lot more than you're used to seeing in most games. Do you have any kind of mindset shift or anything kind of changes when you're getting a lot more shots than you're used to seeing in a normal game put on you?
I don't think so. I think it's the same mindset, just staying focused throughout the entire game, and that's something that I try to do even if I'm getting 10 shots a game, because it helps me to just be consistent with my approach. And we were able to have success today because I think we did a good job for the most part, keeping them to the outside, so my D made my life pretty easy.
One last question.
What mindset are you going to take into your next matchup with either Duluth or Minnesota?
We're going to put our heads down and work. I think that's what we did today. Like I know people were saying, is we proved a lot today that Hockey East and our team can stand up for itself, and we're going to come out there with the mindset that we can play with anybody and we have a potential to make a really good run in this tournament. We're bringing in some experience, which really helps as well. So, we're focused, we're excited, and we'll be ready to go.